Hello, Kazjim here. I am pleased to report that I made progress. That's right. I came along and I went ahead and moved my coke oven to here. I think it looks pretty good. This will eventually be a secondary, like kind of an auxiliary workshop room. And I also managed to make the crude blast furnace, with which I completed the next in my series of epic quests, in this case to get steel. So I did that, and now I'm ready to kind of hit some new ground. Not quite sure where I want to go from here. There's a couple little side things I might want to do before I progress too much further down this line. And I think, based on what I've looked at the recipes for, this resonator is not going to be obtainable until I make my way a bit further around here, because I think I have to get titanium. I think that's just a thing that has to happen. Anyways, so I made progress there, and then I also managed to move all my machines into here. And I actually did have a little bit of a mishap. Let me take you downstairs just to show you, but anybody that has ever played with Industrial Craft knows that, well, things like to explode in this game whenever you don't wire them properly. And basically, I made the mistake, same mistake I made when I first made the generator and the energy cube, of I forgot that you have to have this LV transformer, because this basic energy cube, despite being the lowest tier of mechanism, is actually on the second tier of IC2 power. So you can imagine that that did not go so well for me. So basically I ended up blowing up my machines. Fortunately though, I only had 2 machines blow up, and they were the non-critical machines of the compressor and the metal former that I had hooked up. If it had been these guys, I would have been really, really sad, because these guys made resurrecting these a lot easier. And that also just added a little bit of automation stuff. I threw an item hopper on top here, and then I also threw on transfer node that goes into here, so I can easily just, chuck a whole stack of ores in here, and they'll eventually pop up the other side. And then on the other end of the energy cube, I've got some RF stuff, mainly these forestry machines. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I've got my kitchen all set up now, and I think it looks pretty cool. I actually placed all of my stuff kind of either on the stove or over here, and it's kind of cool. It looks like it's levitating or something. I don't know. I'm probably actually going to put glass here for windows, but for now, the open air feel, it feels right. And if I come out here, I was AFKing for a few minutes just so that would look this good, but look at this. It just looks awesome. And I'll even fill in that last little bit there. It's just, I'm very happy with this gardening setup that I made. I know it's not original or anything, but it's new to me, and that makes me happy. So that's what I'm going off of. I'm going off my own happiness factor. I'm going to go ahead and actually plant some more rye and just collect the rye while I'm here, because rye is like one of the things I actually don't really have any of in my kitchen setup. And then cauliflower, I should probably replant that as well. There we go. Oh, and that guy's already growing all the time. But yeah, so you can see we've got lots of good stuff going on here. I don't have much corn, so I'll grab that. And anytime I need any ingredients, because there's a specific food I need, or just because I need more general ingredients, I just need ingredients. I can just come out here, and everything's pretty much ready to go. And I'm even thinking about putting some lily pads, just make this overall a really nice feeling build. And we've still got this opening over here, because I think what's going to happen is I'm not going to have a solid barrier here, because that doesn't feel right for out here. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have a centralized path here that kind of zigs and zags, and then it'll hit to about, I think I measured out, it's going to be somewhere like right here. And then it's going to go this way. And on the right here, there's going to be some basic farms, like, I'll have potatoes, carrots, wheat. Not necessarily in that order, but you get the idea. And then over here, there will be a small path that leads into this chunk right here, which is where I've determined the tree farm is going to be. So that's going to be the plan for over here. So this is going to be all the crops and all that stuff. And I've just kind of left all these botania flowers here until I need them because, well, I don't really want to store them, and they just look so pretty with all their particles going into the air, and I had to find a better place to put the cactus. I'll probably make a cactus farm like I normally do, so yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. I'm very, very pleased with this setup that I have decided to go with. So anyways, I'm going to figure out exactly what I'm going to do next, and we'll be back. I'm back, and we're actually in the mining dimension now. Why is that? Well, I have no iron at the base. I have 5 iron bars to my name. No good. And what I want to do with this iron is I want to do 2 things. I want to build up a small stockpile of iron, but I also want to have about a stack of iron that I can dedicate to making a series of iron chests. So that's what I'm here doing. I'm just gathering up some iron and coal, apparently, because coal's actually pretty important. If I see any little dips in the ground, I might grab some other stuff. But for now, I'm not really sure. Is this a cheaty way to get iron in this pack? So I feel like they're trying to make me use the other stuff, but it's not. And in the distance here, it looks like I've found another good source of marble for me. I might go ahead and take advantage of this now, just because. And lo and behold, I found a source of marble. I don't necessarily need it right this second, because I think I've got plenty to make my storage room for, but I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and mine it up now, or at least part of it, and that way I'll have plenty of marble for filling in the rest of the ground floor, at least, of my house that I'm building. And I'll also, while I'm at it, just get some of my stuff started. So let me get this over here. We're going to temporarily stack you in there. Just because nothing better right now. Okay. Just dump you in here. Grab you. Put you in here. Why are you no worky? Why are you no worky? Work. Oh, that's the wrong end. How about that? There we go. Oh, I'll stay there for now. No mistake. Alright, so I am constructing my storage room. I've got the walls up, and we're about to get a floor in. Let's go ahead and dive right in here. Let me grab my trusty shovel, which I can put mini moss on now. Sweet. Let's go ahead and do that before we do anything else. We'll just go over here and get that right on. There we go. And now I should have mini moss. There we go. And now we'll move on over here. And I think look at my armor stats. I can probably put it on a little, or put it off a little longer. But at some point soon, I'm gonna have to upgrade my armor. I want to upgrade it before I would have to replace it, if that makes sense. So, might be looking into the modular power suits. We will find out. Alright, my shovel is now theoretically going to mend. It's pretty low though, so I'll have to monitor it. Because if it completely breaks, I'll have to return to my level. So we'll see how this goes. Anything that should at least delay it a little bit. And I'm down here. Lovely. Okay, you're empty. You're not empty. I'll deal with that later.
Okay, then when I head to bed, I'm just...
So... Alright, so we're going to need to place... Let's do mass storage back here in general. So 1, 2, and we're going to need to do 3, but for that I need a floor to stand on. There we go. Good a start as any. Alright, so let's place our first one down and see what we got. Dirt? You know what? That's a good place for dirt. Actually, I wish it were one further over. Yeah, it's gonna have to move. Toss you over here, and you right there. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't actually tell you what's stored in there. That's a little disappointing, but that could be worse. Let's see what else. That could be okay. And that's officially not okay. Gambled and lost. So what I'm going to do then is take you, and you're andesite, so we're going to put you, I think we're going to put you right here. There we go. And then we're going to put you right here. There we go. That's salvageable. Alright, let's keep it that way for now. I don't want to do that. So let's toss. Let's see if we can hike up here real quick. Alright. We're just going to fill in this back wall, because hopefully we will have this back wall just filled with all sorts of goodies. All sorts of mass stored goodies. Alright, and then... Alright. It's starting to shape up pretty good. And that stuff can stay here for now. I don't think we'll need this whole room for storage quite yet. So let's go ahead and actually... You know what? This should all just be filled in. It's a storage room. It's nothing fancy. Maybe I can open it up if I ever get some like applied logistics going or something. I hope applied logistics is in its pack. Didn't even check that. Oh well. Worse things have happened. There we go. We have a little portal right there. And we... Yeah, that's not a good view. I'll just put a color block there or something. I don't know. Something fancy. Alright, so let's grab this. And let's lay the rest of this floor. As we keep going. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, because that's going to be hard to reach. There we go. Alright, and then now we'll come back here. Now there should only be one block that's not filled in. The very corner block. And I'm okay with that. Because it's not small enough to spawn anything, so it doesn't get filled for a while. Doesn't get filled for a while. Not terribly concerned. I've had this idea that each room, though marble should be the kind of theme, I want each room to have kind of a feature in the middle of the floor. Just a little ground feature, probably 5 by 5 in the middle. And I want it to be a color of some sort. I want it to be something that kind of identifies the room. That way, if, you know, let's just say I have a buddy visit the base, be like, hey dude, can I use your macerator? I can just be like, yeah, sure, you want to turn left and, you know, you'll know you're there because it's, I don't know, a purple floor or something. And then I'll walk in there and be like, oh, purple floor, sweet. That's one reason. Another reason is just because I feel like it would look nice and kind of break up the whole white texture going on. So, just thoughts that I've had while doing mindless things. Alright, that is looking pretty good, actually. And I even like the look of this little kind of jank hallway. But hey, there's something charming about it, and I think I'll keep it for now. It's not harming anybody. In fact, let's hop up here. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that jump, so I'm going to do this. So that's probably going to be how it looks anyways. There we go. Now we can just draw this back. I want to break you. Just keep on drawing it back. There we go. And I think I should be able to fill in the rest of this. At some point I'll actually learn what the measurements I'm using are, because then I'll be able to do things like this with much greater ease. But until then, I get to have fun with guesstimation. Let's hop up here. So actually what I'm starting to think is the rooms will be 5 tall. Or sorry, they'll be 4 tall in the center, but the next floor will be 5 above it. So, like, open air, and then, like, this will be the floor. There you go, like that. Because that way you have an actual portal, not just a hole. And it'll look nice. But for now, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to focus on getting what I have up to a standard. And I probably don't have nearly enough andesite to actually pull this off. At least not all at once, but I'll at least do the part that I'm doing a lot of work in right now. I feel like that would be highly beneficial to me. Alright, there we go. So it'll actually look like I'm somewhat knowledgeable. Just a little bit. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable player, but I like to look like I know how to make things slightly pretty. Oh, that was bad. Alright, so let's come over here. This will be another little portal. There we go. And I've seen that people have that architecture mod. So what I want to do is I want to try and get into that a little bit at some point. It's not priority at the second, obviously. But at some point in the future, I would not mind learning a bit of it. Because I've always had an interest in architecture, number one. And number two, just it would make things look pretty. I'm an eclectic person. I have lots of random interests. Unfortunately, most of my interests are expensive. So I run into that problem a lot. Anyways, alright, so that's looking pretty snazzy, actually. This room is quite dark, though. Let's fix that with some torch placement. Oh, yeah. This will spawn lots of baddies if we don't act fast. Alright, so I'll have you... And what we're going to do something like that. And then, for now, we'll do something up there. Do something right here. Right here. Right here. Here. Let's grab the rest of those torches. One right here. No. One right there. And one right there. Right? Is that even accurate? Yep, it is. Sweet. I did something accurate. Let it be known. Actually, that's inaccurate. Let's put that there. I have to at least have some symmetry. Alright, there we go. And that'll do for now. Got a torch in the middle of that room, too. It's just tradition at this point. Alright, and then I have a strong feeling I'll have to put a torch up here. So give me a second. You'll see what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't have to. That's just pleasant. Yeah. Totally planned. Totally planned, by the way. Alright, and I have moved all my chests. That actually took a little longer than I would have liked. But now the next step of this is going to be, well, moving crops. So I need to figure out exactly what I'm doing in that department first. So yes, I had to destroy my magic bookcase, but it's okay because, well, now I can make the living wood just like that. So, or just like that. So that won't be as much of an issue as it has been in the past. So let's see here. What do for that? I want to grab my matic. I also want to run over here, and I'm going to grab some seeds. I'm going to grab a stack of these. I bet I'm going to temporarily just put in here. I promise it's temporary. It will not be permanent. If it's still there later, anybody that sees this video has permission to just rail at me, like, forever and ever. But I promise, it's only temporary. I'll build a bedroom. Probably somewhere over by the Tinkers stuff. Let's see here. I'll be right back once I figure out what I want planted where. So I've determined that this is where things are going to go. I just need to till the land. And I'm actually going to put in some fence posts to divide, just kind of for aesthetics, also because I wanted to fit it in this one chunk area. So I kind of ended up needing to do something. Let's do this. The grass will grow faster. And let's see here. We need right here actually. So let's do that. And that grass block will disappear eventually, probably, maybe. And let's see here. So, alright, so let's go and till all this. Do that, and we'll push the dirt block somewhere that doesn't exist. Whatever. Not like I'm short on dirt right now. Right, so let us plant a good amount of each of these seeds. And I picked these two from our first mass production ones because, one, the just generic seeds, they give us wheat, which is good for feeding the cows, and feeding the cows is good because I'm going to start wanting to put more steak in my diet because I can make a few large meals if I have beef, and that's not what I want. I've switched to hemp. And the reason why I want the hemp is because I would like to use this as my primary means of getting string in the meantime. And then eventually it's going to be handy for getting further into industrial engineering. So it's kind of a double there, and then also this is good for seed oil, which I assume at some point we'll be getting into, like, you know, biofuel and all that. I don't want to say it soon or anything, because I have no idea when that would be, but maybe at some point in the relatively near future, I think, of this pack. So yeah, I think it's no time at present to start. We're going to put some worms in. I don't feel like the industrial hemp actually needs the worms, but I guess for good measure, right? Let's toss one here. Actually, I think what I'll do instead is do this, 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 this. There we go. And now, do this and this. That's already done. Sweet. We plant you and you. And then we'll grab these seeds and replant all these guys. Sweet. And I've actually gotten a worm to spare. And I'm pretty sure I have other worms to spare too, but that remains to be seen. Let's... I swear I do have worms somewhere, though I just don't quite remember where. Oh, I still have this chest. Is it possible they're in here? They're not in here, but I need to empty this chest out anyways. This is kind of a junk chest for a bit. Mostly of outdoorsy stuff whenever I was clearing out the land. But now that the land's cleared, I should clear that junk box. I try my best not to have junk boxes, but when they are around, I try to nuke them pretty quick, because they're unsightly. Especially once you get into late game, that's like, oh, what's that? Something secret? It's like, no, it's just one junk chest. Regular seeds are probably going to become a nuisance too. I'll figure out what to do with those at some point. Now this is fixed, so I can now fill in this section of wall. I Actually, I can do that now. Might be enough andesite bricks to fix it out right. Okay, I'll need 2 more to actually finish the D, but I think that'll look pretty decent. I'm definitely very happy with this entire setup. It's just marvelous. And I do have more worms. Excellent. I have 10 worms. That's a good amount. I could use that over in the Pam's area if there's a particular item that I want to cook a lot of. But I don't think it will ever come to that, because I really feel that with the variety necessitated by Spice of Life, I don't think I'll ever run into that situation, but who knows. But I think putting the worms on the regular seeds from Minecraft Vanilla and the hemp seeds from, or industrial hemp seeds from Immersive Engineering, I feel like this was the best call, and probably the best in the long run. And I've got those worms for if there's a crop that I need an absurd amount of in the future. Like, for instance, carrots. For pigs. Carrots might not be bad to lay out another area for. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So let me just grab this. This here. And we'll be on our way. Again, this is just planning ahead, because I would like to get pork involved in my poor little Minecraft guy's diet. Because, well, it's a good thing to have no diet. And then I'll probably need chickens too, which is why I want to keep these seeds around. So, I don't know. Lots of different options. We will be right back once I have finished setting up my crops. Alright, well, it's a meager start. I thought I had a few more carrots and potatoes, but, you know, it'll grow. These are essential for some stuff, so I'm going to get them going. And look, my first industrial hemp completely ready to go. Anyways, I am really happy with the progress I made. I got, you know, this going. I got the storage room, which is going to be a huge help moving forward. The next step, I think, is going to be a little bit more of moving out of this area, so just kind of demolishing what I have in there, and then consolidating things into the new, very wide open base. So I think that'll be, well, really it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and this is Kazja. I will catch you later. See ya!